WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City. A Town Square media station serving all of South Jersey.
The following program is paid for by The Locker Room with Billy Schweim. The opinions expressed are not those of Town Square Media or station advertisers.
To the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schweim.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schweim.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the locker room with Billy Schweim, former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver and mainland product, Dave Klemic, and producing and co-hosting today, Nick Earnshaw. Good morning, Dave Klemic.
You know me, caffeinated, activated, ready to go.
I love it. Nick Earnshaw, good to see you.
Good to see you guys as well. I got my caffeine over on this side of the board too,
Hey, you
so
know
ready
what?
to go.
I actually beat Nicky into the studio today.
You did.
That's weird.
It was running behind today. let's say the least. We were running behind.
He's
today.
getting his bachelor pad all straightened out.
I know. You know, he got me caffeinated today, actually. I did. I was coming in for my practice. He hooked me up. That's why he was late.
All right, so just make you aware of the fact that I had a horrible New Year's Eve. I hope everybody had a great New Year's Eve. Right, Nick? We went to Mike Gill's party, and I've got a cracked tooth. I can hardly talk. The dentist, I went to the dentist the other day. They were supposed to fix it. When the numbness wore off, I was right back to square one. It's cutting my tongue. I got to get a cap, I think, right?
Well, everyone at the party knew it. Now everybody inside knows it.
And then, wait, on top of that, I had the gout. I couldn't eat. I couldn't stand. I couldn't talk. I got up and left.
I mean, people can still party on their back, I guess. You know what I mean?
It was horrible, man.
Oh my gosh!
Not a happy camper, was I, Nick?
I know. I think everyone at the party knew, and now all South Jersey listening area, Delaware, Toms River, Atlantic City, everywhere knows
Sponsors, teammates.
I leave the party. I see Nick with his hood up in his car, and he's got a hammer hitting something.
What a New Year's! I got my car towed.
You need to get the Toms River Volkswagen to get yourself a new Teos.
All right, we're all fixed up. Oh, could you imagine me and Schweiner both rocking the Teos?
Get yourself a nice white one or a blue one.
I'm surprised I didn't see you on the expressway today. We were like very, very at the same time.
I was just cruising at 82, man. Had it on.
Dump that.
Yeah, we don't want them knowing that.
Nah, man, I stay in the right lane, man. I don't speed.
You know, you say
I got people passing me.
you got to you have your PBA card in your back windshield at 82. You got to stay under 80.
Dave Klemic, how was your New Year's Eve? Was it good?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
I'm living the dream.
You're
I
always
went to
living
sleep.
the dream.
I went to bed early. My girls go to bed.
Did you see the ball drop?
No, I didn't see it this year. I did not see it.
I did see the ball drop, but then I passed out. So
there you go.
However, I did watch that whole the whole game. Who was on that?
Penn
day?
State?
Penn State game. Yeah.
Penn State.
Are you going to real quick? Are you guys happy with the college playoffs? I think I am, with the exception of maybe one or two games.
Yeah, there have been some blowouts, but it's more college football. I like it. It's not going to be perfect the first year.
I like it.
I love it.
Arizona State, I'm surprised, man. They almost won. They almost beat Texas, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they took them all the way to double overtime.
That was an exciting
one.
And
that running back from Arizona State's a beast.
Cam Scatterbo.
He's
something else. He's going to make an argument to be, he was probably a late pick. He'll probably be a mid.
Did you see him do his Heisman pose? And he was like, he actually came out and said, I should have won the Heisman Trophy.
I know.
So I love it.
Notre
Dame, they looked pretty good beating Georgia. I know Georgia didn't have their starting quarterback, but guess what? Notre Dame and Penn State in the Orange Bowl. Oh. I mean, That's old school.
My father-in-law is a huge Penn State fan. He was like, I don't think Penn State can hang with Notre Dame. Like, Notre Dame is
Notre Dame's
legit
good this year.
They're really good.
They got a real shot.
Ohio State and Texas in the Cotton Bowl. I'm not an Ohio State guy. Look, I don't have a dog in the fight. One thing about college football for me, I just enjoy watching it. I don't get like worked up like with the Eagles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I enjoy watching college football, and I'm enjoying this. I really am.
Well, the way that basketball gets interesting in college, even to me, who's just like a pure football guy, right? Is the tournament. When you get to the tournament,
Yeah.
it gets
Love the
even
tournament.
more exciting.
Yeah.
Then I'm watching. I love to see that maybe the Cinderella story, and this is an opportunity for
For
the
a Cinderella story. I
like
mean,
a
look,
Boise State to come up and
How
win.
about an Arizona State if
Yeah,
if they
Arizona
were
State.
able to beat Texas?
Yep.
Right.
Who knows what could happen?
Right.
Could you imagine an Ohio State-Penn State matchup?
Would that be unbelievable?
But it also allows for, I think, in the future for conferences to realign. Because if you're winning from a conference and that's your person coming in, then I bet you some of these teams want to get to other conferences so they can win. They can easily win their conference. So it should realign the conferences. It's interesting. I love it.
We'll watch how that materializes. Thursday and Friday are the games this week, so that'll be a lot of fun. And then, of course, OMG, like all the conversation surrounding Saquon Barkley and the Eagles deciding to sit him. I understand why. You told me before the show that I thought you'd be the other way. I thought you'd want to see him play and break that record. How can you get that close? That's a pretty significant record. And you know what? Out of all the Philadelphia sports teams, do we have any records of that significant? No.
Well,
So it'd be really big if we could break that record, and we're not going to have that opportunity. And I understand why, Dave, but I still don't like it.
Right. Well, there's an asterisk next to if you put an asterisk because the 17-game thing with Saquon.
Yeah, but how many attempts?
Oh yeah,
he still has 43
correct.
left.
Well,
right.
then he's already beat him, but he didn't beat O.J. Simpson.
No.
But because O.J. there should be an asterisk next to Dickerson because he did in 16. So if he's going to complain about getting beat in 17, then whatever. You beat O.J. Simpson in 2 extra games.
Right.
So
right,
O.J. Simpson
right.
also averaged 6 yards a carry.
Yes. So, I mean, you can look at it either way. I'm just a little disappointed that the Eagles are not going for it. I know Nick Earnshaw, you and I seem to agree on this.
Yeah, we agree. I think he should play. I really do. I wanted
know
to see
Mike
him play.
is adamant opposed to
Oh, we got into it yesterday.
You guys got into it yesterday.
Listen, I would like to see him break the record. This is one of those records that can last a while. I understand.
This one that lasted 40 years, and it's probably going to last even another 40.
It depends because they might want to expand the season again, so that could be another aspect to this. And you don't get this chance very often either, especially with the storyline surrounding it. They're playing the New York Giants. That's another part of this.
Another thing,
the
too,
team
Nick,
that gave up on
there's
him.
no guarantee that the Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl.
No.
I mean, they could get, God forbid, they could get bounced in the first round, and then what do we got? We don't have anything.
I think that you all sound crazy. Are you guys nuts? Are you
really?
Listen. Okay, ready? Nick Sirianni. He's on the hot seat
all
the way through the season. What if he gets hurt? They're firing Nick Sirianni immediately, and all the offensive.
This was
coaches.
probably an
This was an
organizational decision.
Yeah, this was
clearly.
Sirianni's decision.
Clearly.
It is.
You know, I'm surprised at you, Dave Klemic, as a former player.
Okay, I was on a team where we had the NFL's leading. I was on that team in 2001 when we had Priest Holmes lead the NFL in rushing that year.
Okay.
It came down to him and Sean Alexander in the last game of the season.
Right.
Neither one of us were going to the playoffs. So who cares? Let him run. Let him go. And Priest outran him, right? So, and there was the two guys were playing each other. What a cool story.
Dave, how about if it was you?
If it was
Would
me,
you want to break a record like that? Your guys darn right you'd want to break
What about
a
a
record.
half?
I'm
What about even
sure.
a half? Give them a half and
Okay.
give them a
So
shot.
they
Let's just
pulled.
say-
Hold on, time out. They pulled him with 11 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. They
He
could have got closer.
have got a lot closer, and then we wouldn't have a big discussion like this.
let's just say, right, he gets hurt. Nick Sirianni is losing his job.
You're absolutely
the
right.
Front office, just be Nick Sirianni. Be the front office and go, or be the defense. Do you think the defense wants him to break the record? I don't care. What about us? We want to win a Super
Well,
Bowl.
you also have to look at it this way. They're
It's
not
a-
playing the starting offensive line either. I don't want him out there if the starting offensive line's not going to
Correct.
play.
And there's no guarantee he's going to get 100 yards anyway.
By the way,
Give all the starters a half.
Not everybody's sitting too. I got the coach. Here's the injury report.
Wow,
and most of it is coach's decision. Barkley's out, coach's decision. Braun, coach's decision. A.J. Brown, coach's decision. Jalen Carter, coach's decision. Nakobe Dean, coach's decision, plus the abdominal thing. Landon Dickerson, coach's decision. Lane Johnson, coach's decision. Maya Lotta, coach's decision. Darius Slay, and Devontae Smith.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a good point, Nick. The offensive line's not playing.
Yeah, that's why it's like.
Second of all,
he can't play.
What team would want to take cheap shots on Saquon Barkley, if anybody?
The Giants.
The New York Giants.
Absolutely.
Why put him out in
but
that?
they all the players, by and large, love him.
I'm going to bring you to my side on this one.
But
I'm
what
going
about
to bring you over
what
to
about
my
the
side.
fact of what about the fact of you continuously playing? Remember in baseball, we want teams to keep playing, right? Like, what about just give them like a half, like it's a preseason game or something, just to give them a shot to do
on the
it.
other side, we're going to play some cuts from some players and get their thoughts on it, because this is a very topical conversation. There's people. I understand both sides of the equation. I really do.
I see both sides too, but I would like to see him play.
If by playing him, it tells me what your goal is. By not playing him, you have another goal. Your goal is higher than that. Your goal is better than a single
Just
record.
because you played him doesn't mean that other goal isn't as important. You know, that's the ultimate goal.
But it would be like driving up. I'd be like, listen, I'm going to drive with no insurance to get to my house right now.
But here's the
just
thing.
for
Wait.
a little bit, just
Dave,
see how far I can go.
Dave, last week they could have played him that fourth quarter. They took him out early in the
11
fourth,
minutes to
got
go.
it down,
He got
and
in
played
the
him
club.
like a quarter.
He got in the club. He's in a 2,000 club. They gave
Not
that
enough.
to him.
number one.
He should have done more in the regular season.
He could have been the number one rusher of all time in an Eagles uniform.
Yeah, he should have done it.
That would have lasted a lifetime.
He should have done it in 16.
All right, we got a great show lined up today. We're going to talk with Tim Chu for ticksforgood.org at the bottom of the first hour. Then we're going to talk with, of course, Mr. Negadelphia P.J. Corda, brought to you by the Galloway Pool Service. And I can't wait to hear what PJ's slant on this is.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of know it already because we've discussed this,
Right.
but it's I
I
don't know
haven't
how you
had a
take a
chance to-
negative slant on it. It's just an opinion.
And then, of course, Fran McLaughlin with our high school athletes in the spotlight, brought to you by the Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township. Let's go. We got 2 hours to get it in. Let's get in our 3-point stance and let's get it going. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that will help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing, from the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give Chris Mooney a call in the Ocean City office at 609-399-1227. Now, I want to tell you about McCann Appraisers. For all your real estate appraisal needs, call John A. McCann and Associates, 609-263-7422. Ask for Norma. She'll straighten you out, get you to the right people, whether commercial, residential properties, for estate, tax, financial planning, divorce, financing, and more. The professionals at John A. McCann and Associates are licensed and ready to assist you. Give them a call today, 609-263-7422. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker with Billy Schwein, Dave Klemic, and Nick Earnshaw right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Scott Graham here from Westwood One, inviting you to join us for a special NFL Week 18 Saturday doubleheader. It's 2 games that'll decide the AFC North title, beginning with the Browns at the 11-5 Ravens, followed by the Bengals at the 10-6 Steelers. Can Lamar Jackson in Baltimore win their 4th straight game to claim their 2nd straight division title? Join us to find out.
It's NFL Saturday on 97.3 ESPN. Coverage begins at 4 p.m.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot, and you need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Right nearby, right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Any trade, any trade, any trade. Bring any trade to Matt Blatt Nissan, and AJ the Trade Man will give you more for your trade so you can drive away with peace of mind with Matt Blatt Nissan's exclusive 4-day love it or leave it return policy.
Oh yeah, it's on at Matt Blatt Nissan.
So cash in your vehicle now before it's too late and drive home in a new Nissan today. It's on at Matt Blatt Nissan on the Black Horse Pike, Egg Harbor Township.
Go to get your game on at the Gallery Bar Book and Games at Ocean Casino Resort. Cheers your favorite drinks while cheering on your favorite team. Get in on the parlay while in the middle of a party. Go for the sports scene and go for the endless screams. Go to the Gallery. Go to the Fanatic Sportsbook. Go for the win at Ocean Casino Resort. For more information, visit theoceanac.com. Must be 21 or older to wager or consume alcohol. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Dave Klemic, Nick Earnshaw. Of course, I love Mike Teos. I love it. And it's going to cut through that snow. We're just going to get snow on Monday. All you got to do is turn a button on. It goes right to four-wheel drive.
That was my question. Does it all-wheel drive?
Yeah,
That's
man.
awesome.
Come on, man. Go up to see John and Huey up there. You need to get up there, Nick.
You're gonna
He had his hood up. He was leaving the New Year's Eve party. I walk outside. I see he's got a flashlight. His hood's up, and he's looking like, Nick, you all right? And all of a sudden, I hear the hammer hit something, and it starts up. It's like the Fred Flintstone car.
Wait, you had to hit the hammer to hit the...
I didn't have a hammer. He's exaggerating. He's exaggerating the whole thing.
Wait, and he doesn't know. Wait, this is a generational thing.
Yeah.
Fred Flintstone.
I know who Fred Flintstone is. I used to take
car with his feet.
I used to take the vitamins. I used to take the vitamins when I was little. The Fred Flintstone vitamins. I know who Fred Flintstone is.
All right, I'm surprised at you, Dave Klemic. I really am. As a former professional football player that was a wide receiver, if you were 100 yards away from Jerry Rice's all-time record, I'm sure you'd want to break that record, Dave.
Yeah, I've been in that situation. My coaches were I wanted to break my all-time scoring record because I was going to have it against Villanova.
Okay,
right, at Villanova. So I wanted to pull myself.
So why?
out of the game.
So why all of a sudden what's the difference with Saquon Barkley?
Oh, because all my coach said was we need you out of the game right now. You need.
When you go into a game, try not to get hurt is when you get hurt.
Yeah.
If you don't even think about it, Saquon's he's tough as nails. I know anything can happen at any time. Look, how can I say this? I understand both sides of the equation, both sides of the argument, right, Nick?
Yes.
Even if it's not a conceptual argument, Nick brings up a good point. If Saquon doesn't have his offensive line playing,
right,
and then who wants to take the biggest? What team would want a cheap shot? Saquon Barkley.
The Giants.
All people, the Giants.
I get it.
So even if it wasn't a conceptual thing where we're like, oh, we're not thinking about a Super Bowl, we're thinking about a record, which is what tells me that's a bad coaching decision or a bad front office decision.
I'm just skeptical because when you start doing stuff like that and you say, oh, because we got bigger fish to fry the Super Bowl, there's a lot of people. There's articles written that if the Eagles lose the first round, Sirianni's going to get fired. Like all this.
What if they had to play? What if they were still playing for the first seed? He would have to play.
He would have to play.
He'd have to play.
What if they were 16-0, going for an undefeated season, beating the 72 Dolphins?
I don't know.
Would they play everybody?
We're in a situation right now in Kansas City. We were 9-0. We're playing Cincinnati, and our coach goes, "We're going to cut the playbook down right now. We want to win a Super Bowl. Don't care about being 15. We don't care about being undefeated. We got to win this. Our playbook comes down to about half the size, and we start playing our starters a lot less. We start bringing up some of the young guys. About week 10, this is Coach Vermeil. You tell me what he would do.
Right.
And I know he would want to win a Super Bowl. Our locker room said the main thing is the main thing. And that's in my head forever.
Right.
The main thing is the main thing. Not the main thing is to get Priest Holmes his yardage so he can be the
Let's see what Saquon Barkley has to say about this.
It's up to Nick, to be honest. And, whatever his decision is, I'm all for it. If, his mindset is, we'll go out there and try it, and I'll go out there and try it. But his mindset is, let's rest and get ready for, this run, then I'm all for that too. I'm not just saying that because a camera's in my face or a mic's in my face. I really mean that. I came here to do something special, and obviously breaking a record special, but I want to be part of, I want a banner up there. And I think we all do, but we gave ourselves a chance with that and, clinched the playoffs before, and now with the division.
He's just trying to convince himself. In his voice, he wants that record.
How can you not love him, though?
I know. He's a team player. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
He's a Penn State guy. He's doing it in his home state.
But, Nick, did you hear it in his voice?
Yeah.
He wants the record, Dave.
Hey, where's he from?
He's from Pennsylvania. He's a local. I think an hour outside of Philly. But listen, Dave, in his voice, you can hear it. He wants the record. How could you not?
I mean, of course.
He said all the right things by the team, the Super Bowl. It's up to Nick. It's not up to Nick. That came from upstairs.
Of course.
Saquon was Whitehall High School, by the way.
Underneath his voice, yes, I think I can hear him. I kind of want that record.
You're darn right he
But
is.
it's just a record that, you know what I mean? Like, what would you think you would rather have? The Super Bowl?
Well, that's a no-brainer.
If it wasn't a team that was Super Bowl ready. This team is Super Bowl ready.
The problem is
But that's
they
not
sat
guaranteed.
They sat him in the fourth
All
quarter.
right.
They could have got this down to like 30 yards. They would play it for the first quarter and be over.
Can you go to the text board and tell them who's right? Me?
609
403
0973.
Everybody's got an opinion on this. 609 403 0973. Barkley going for it or sit him? That's the question. 609-403-0973.
As it's been all week.
Listen, Nick, we have both sides of the equation.
I know.
Seth Joyner came out, and I'm old school, and I identify with Jason Avant. He said the same thing. Seth Joyner said the same thing, so let's hear what Seth had to say. That's right. You just go play. You can't worry about all that other stuff. It's the kinder, gentler, softer, bubble-wrapped mentality that we have now in our society. I mean, we are so soft in sports anymore.
Even if I think he would just sit if there's a record, he's going to sit no matter what. This game is meaningless. As a matter of fact, this is a good question.
It's not meaningless. You got to say Barkley only needs 101 yards to break the record.
If the Eagles lose. No, I'm sorry. If the Giants win, let's just say that.
It doesn't mean anything.
It
doesn't mean anything.
Don't they get number 2
Who
pick?
cares?
Yeah, I care.
Who cares about what the Giants are picking?
Do you want to play
That's what I'm saying. Like they could,
Cam Ward, or?
They could have let him play in the fourth quarter last week. They could have let him play, cut it down, and maybe get it down to like 50 yards, 60 yards. Then you got to play him in the first half. This isn't even a conversation. You give him a shot to go get it.
All right, let's play with Lane. I guess we had, Jordan Mailata next? You want to do Lane Johnson?
Yeah, this was Jordan Mailata. So he wanted to get the record.
Right.
Next week, do you guys want to play to give him a chance to break the record?
Absolutely.
As a captain, is that something you'll speak up on?
Yeah. Even if the game has no meaning towards your seeding, you want to play and you want Saquon to play to get that.
How come? It's an opportunity to make history. We try to do it today, just off the off chance of just knowing your coach. And I think we never really spoke about the Giants next week. But we just kind of had a feeling if we don't go for it today, we might sit out. We don't know. The coach hasn't really said anything yet.
He said it without any hesitation. So if he said it that quickly, yeah.
All right.
You know they're all thinking the same way,
What about
Dave.
one of the defensive guys? I mean, Seth Joyner's the defensive
Lane
guy.
Johnson was the other
Well,
guy.
here's Lane Johnson. This was both. Mailata was after the last
pro
week's
and con.
game, and then here was Lane Johnson.
Eric Dickerson's record was 16 games, so if it was 17 games, it's not going to make sense anyway. So, Eric Dickerson is who he is. Saquon is who he is, and we just want to get to 2,000, and we were fine with that. So, yeah, better be safe than sorry.
It's not his record. Yeah, we get to 2,000. That's easy for him to say.
I disagree at that point. It is the offensive line is part of this record.
Right, but it's Saquon Barkley's name's going to be in the record book, not Lane Johnson.
I agree.
He'll be a part of history, no doubt about it. But it's easier for him to say, "Oh, we got the 2,000. We're happy with that."
Yeah, but you can't tell me.
He can say that very easily. If it was me, I'm thinking to myself, I'm not being selfish. I'm like, I want that record.
Well, here's the thing. When he goes, every time they mention, the greatest rusher of rushing season of all time, and as soon as they show that clip, oh, there's Lane Johnson right there. There's Joe Mailata. So he's part.
They're
he's
part of
always
it.
Part of
No,
it.
I understand that. I get that. But for him to say, "Oh, we made it to 2,000. We're happy with that," that he's speaking for Saquon now.
Well, that was clear because they pulled him right after he got 2,000.
I know.
That was clear.
Hey, you know
that
why?
was the
Because
goal.
I think the Eagles didn't want him to get any closer. Because then could you imagine if they was only 35, 40 yards away from this? It would be more. It would be almost impossible to set
a
up.
harder decision.
All right, we got a couple texts. I'll read before we go to break. Great show. I want him to break the record. Once in a lifetime achievement. Break the record and then sit him down. Go Birds. Paul from OC.
That's
Thanks,
right, Paul.
Love Paul.
That's right.
All right, one more text in as well. Danny HT. Sit him. OMG. Football is what we're talking about. People, not badminton.
Go, Paul. Go, Paul. Thanks, Paul.
That was Dan.
Oh, sorry, Dan. Go, Dan. Thank you.
Listen. I get both sides of the equation. I really do.
If I don't get you guys to come to my side by the end of this show,
You're not. I
think
want
that
him to
you guys
play.
are out of your
Here we
mind.
go. Tom Jackson, one of our great sponsors and advertisers, and a great friend of the show. It's the only move Sirianni could make. If he plays them and anybody gets hurt, they're gonna run him out of town. Smart money says don't play him.
Everyone wants to save their ass, and I can't stand it.
I know. I hate that. Like, I don't like it.
Then
Go for the record, man.
Then you haven't played the game of football with a bunch of guys on the other side of the field that have to save your butt and have to block for you and have to tackle for you.
Dave,
this could have been figured out last week.
My brother Bobby and I got hurt significantly playing college football. Bobby blew both of his knees out. I only blew one out, and I know that pain, what that felt like when you tear your ACL and your MCL at the same time.
Could you imagine?
It was like you know what I equated to? Like if you could get a phone book and rip it in half, that's what my knee felt like. I don't really say on anybody. But by the same token, even if that's in the back, like what Seth Joyner said, Nick, you can't go into a game thinking you're going to get hurt.
Oh, could you imagine the documentary? And if they won the Super Bowl, like he gets the record against the Giants, you can't write that in a Hollywood script.
That would be a TV movie.
No, you can't. No one would even think of
The
that.
Giants can't get any. And how about he wrote that lullaby to send a message to the ownership of the Giants?
Yeah, the commercial. he
Right?
did.
You could make a movie, a made-for-TV movie about this whole thing.
No, man.
So unfortunate.
I just totally disagree from a team standpoint. And when and Nick had to make a tough decision, and he had to make it tough.
I say that had nothing to do with Nick Sirianni. That came from up above.
Even more of a good point. Because they go, I want this city to have a championship. I don't care about his record. I want the city to have a championship.
They better win the championship now because could you imagine if they don't and they get bumped in the second
He'll
round?
do it again next year.
All right.
He'll do it again next year.
First hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give Chris Mooney a call at the Ocean City office, 609-390 899-1227. Now, I want to tell you about La Scala's Beach House. We all love it there. We had the Eagles pregame shows down there. It was a lot of fun, but the food is phenomenal. Ambiance, great drinks. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian, American, and seafood favorites, just like your grandmom used to make. Plus, you'll love their famous pizza, their daily specials, and their game day menu. Eat in or take out at La Scala's. They're open Thursday through Monday, 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. That's LaScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. All right, when we return, we'll talk with Tim Chu from Ticks for Good. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Dave Klemic, and Nick Earnshaw right here on 97.3 ESPN.
The Eagles finish the 2024 regular season tomorrow, hosting their NFC East rivals, the New York Giants.
It's intercepted. Running with the football is Gardner Johnson. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Eagles on a pick six.
Pre-game coverage starts at noon with Merrill Reese and Mike Quick calling all the action starting at 1 p.m. This is the play-by-play home of the Philadelphia Eagles, 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's Eagles station.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call and again, again and again. Call and again, again and again.
Hundreds of Volkswagens in stock and on sale. Hundreds of Mitsubishis, even 100 electric Bintelli golf carts in stock and on sale at Tom's River Auto Group. And not one a penny over sticker. Plus, Tom's River Auto has a Birds fan bonus. $500 off just for showing up in a team jersey, hat, socks, whatever. How easy is that? New or used, Tom's River's got plenty, but hurry. On sale, they're flying. Click Tom'sRiverAutoGroup.com.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with Dayquil VapoCool. It's Dayquil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let Mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is Dayquil VapoCool.
Dayquil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
The best call to make on game day is ordering catering from the Piccalilli Inn. For parties big or small, the Pick does it all. Your guests will be cheering for the Pick spin on football favorites like pulled pork nachos, cheesesteaks, burgers, and their award-winning buffalo wings, tails, and ears. Get your chicken wing fix on Route 206 at the Piccalilli Inn. Join the flock and follow the Pick on Facebook or at Piccalilli.com for their Pick game specials. And be sure to pre-order to guarantee your spot in Sunday's lineup.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Dave Klemic, Nick Earnshaw. And of course, this is a heated discussion, and everybody has an opinion. And I respect all those opinions. I am just in favor of him going for the record. At least put him in for a half.
Well, I think in this situation, I'm the middle generation out of the three of us and the better. I think the two you guys are. I'm losing respect for your generation. You two old.
I'm
school,
old
you're
school,
two
brother.
New school. I'm right down the
The
middle.
Boomer and the Zoomer.
Yeah.
We're all the same team
Boomer and
today.
the Zoomer. All right. Well, then we get another guy. We're going to get his opinion when we bring him up because we're going to talk about the big game and the Big Easy. Let's go to the Tom's River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room the proprietor of the ticksforgood.org website, Tim Chu. Good morning, Tim Chu.
Good morning, Billy.
How you doing, Timmy?
Not a bad day.
Tim, are you in Florida?
You know.
You mean you're gonna miss our big snowfall where like 5 to 6 inches coming on Monday?
Don't worry, buddy. I'll be there by Thursday. I'll be in town just in time to get crushed by the weather.
Hey, Tim, man. Like, I don't know where you fall on this topic, but there's a lot of people pro and con. Should Saquon Barkley play? Should he not play? What do you say?
I think it should be his decision. I think if he wanted to play, I'd play him, at least for the first half, see if he breaks one. I think it'd be nice to have the whole first-team offense out there for at least a quarter. As a fan, I think it'd be cool. I don't know. I mean, these are tough decisions, though, right? I mean, trying to win a Super Bowl this year, and he's obviously a big part of the offense. So I don't know. I see it both ways. I know it's a bad answer. I see it both ways.
No, it's not. No, guess what?
Him make the decision.
Tim, it's not a bad answer because I said I see both sides of the argument. I really do. But for me, there are no Philadelphia sports figures over the years that hold such a prestigious record. We have nothing like that. Mike Schmidt was an MVP during the World Series, but we don't have anybody like a home run record or a rushing record or receiving or passing, nothing.
Yeah, they don't give parades on Broad Street for rushing records, though.
That's true. I can't argue with that. But Tim Chu, you got something to talk about today. Speaking about going to the big game in the Big Easy, what do you got, Tim?
Yeah, so I encourage everybody, go to ticksforgood.org, ticksforgood.org. We're giving away 2 tickets to the Super Bowl in New Orleans, and it looks like, our boys have a pretty good chance of going. So if everybody goes to ticksforgood.org, you find a nonprofit you like, you make a small donation as little as $25, and you'll be entered for a chance to go to New Orleans, 2 tickets to the Super Bowl, 2 tickets to Mike Ditka's VIP cigar party, and 2 passes to the NFL experience. So this is the right way to do the big game. Again, there's all these nonprofits who could use your support. We have 300 nonprofits on the site. Pick the one you care about. Make a small donation, and you've got a pretty good chance to go to New Orleans.
And the donations will go like $25, $50, $100, and you get if you pay, like, say if you put a $50 donation in, how many chances do you get to win?
For $25, you get 100 chances. For $50, you get 400 chances. For $100, you get 1,200 chances. And for $250, you get 3,000 chances.
Wow.
So that's your best option.
Yeah, man. And I got to tell you, not only the Super Bowl, you have so many other things on your website that you have.
Yeah, we've been giving away stuff all year. So we just sent 2 fans to the Eagles-Cowboys game up in a luxury suite. They had a great time. They saw a blowout. They were excited. The woman who won that prize made a $25 donation. So,
wow.
People that make small donations still win. And this is our biggest prize ever from a dollar value. This is a $20,000 package.
Wow, Tim, if you want to if you're a business and you want to be, if you have a charity, how do they get in touch with you if they want to be on the website?
Yeah, there's a contact us on the site. Again, ticksforgood, ticksforgood.org. There's a contact us site. We're always looking for new nonprofits that could use some help fundraising. We're trying to help as many organizations as possible, and we're also trying to create as many opportunities for these donors to win awesome prizes.
Well, I really appreciate you inviting me to your Christmas party. It was a lot of fun, and look forward to seeing you guys again real soon.
Yeah, Billy, you were the life of the party. We still can't find that lampshade, by the way.
All right, Tim Chu for ticksforgood.org. We appreciate you, and let's go Birds.
Listen, I got to tell you, there's only 1 week left. We're in the final week, so if you want to go to the Super Bowl, go to ticksforgood.org. We've got 1 week left before we pick the big winner, so go to the site. Make a small donation. I'd love to see one of your listeners be the big winner.
All right, Timmy Chu. As always, thank you so much, and we'll talk to you again soon.
See you guys. Go Birds.
There go Birds. There's Tim Chu on the Tom's River Volkswagen Sports Hotline. It's great.
What happened to that lampshade?
I don't know what he's talking about.
What were you doing at that party, Billy?
I feel like you were wearing the lampshade as a dress.
First of all, I didn't know when I got there. I didn't know anybody. I mean,
So
I was there.
got crazy.
You were supposed to go with me, Nick. You bailed.
I know.
You bailed.
I
on
did
me.
have to bail on you.
You go to a party. It was in Center City, Philadelphia. I didn't know anybody.
Were you 100% at that one?
I sat there. I mean, I talked to a few people, but I mean, it wasn't like my normal self. And I wasn't my normal self at Mike Gill's party, Nick.
I know.
I was not myself.
When we go to those Jersey Man, Philly Man magazine,
great time.
That's what I'm
those
more
parties are great up in Philly because
There's one coming up on January 14th.
I missed the Christmas one this
Maggio's.
year. I know Ken's mad.
You want to go to that one, Nicky, with me?
Yeah, why not?
Tuesday, January 14th.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do that. We'll do what we did.
Wait, when is it?
January 14th.
Oh,
Tuesday.
I think I might be able to go, Nick. You know why?
Tuesday, January 14th.
All right.
Maggiano's at the Cherry Hill Mall.
Oh, I love that. That's a good one. It's a good one.
We'll see some people there.
Yeah, we rub elbows with the big timers up there. And
Harold Carmichael was at the last one, so is Brian Propp.
How about when they Ken announced me and he said all the professional athletes there, and then Billy got all mad. He's like, why did you talk about me?
Well, Ken used to introduce me, and we got Billy Schweiber from ESPN, and then you show up, and I get nothing.
Yeah, he was all mad at me.
Clement M was a star, Billy.
Just like my brother. How about Nicky puts his
oh yes,
Nicky puts his AI app on my phone, and he goes, "Well, who's Billy Schweiman?" And it gets right back to it. It has his whole list. It was pretty accurate.
I don't have it. I don't have the list.
Deleted. And then I go, "Well, who's Bobby Schweiman?" He goes, "The lesser-known brother."
Bobby's the
Bobby
lesser
goes,
known.
"I'm not on social media. I'm a private person."
I literally called Bobby yesterday, and I go, I gotta do this too. I couldn't wait. I could not wait. Right? It was like we didn't get done the other night till midnight, and I go, I'm gonna call him first thing in the morning. And I called him. He's not responding.
He goes, "Billy, did Dave Klemic call me?" So I said, "Yeah, he's trying to get in touch with you to break your stones."
He's gonna be on with you tomorrow, correct?
Yeah, Bobby's in here tomorrow.
That is
Danny Ryan's gonna have to wear the referee's jersey.
Yeah.
We're
gonna throw down
to
tomorrow.
listen tomorrow because this is going to be there might be a fight in the studio. Are you going to be here with the ref jersey again?
Danny's in tomorrow.
Danny Ryan will be in.
Danny's in tomorrow.
All right. Do we have any more sound left?
We have some texts.
All right. Let's get some texts.
All right. So Big Al from Vineland texted in: teams have been resting players once seating set for years now. You just don't remember. No, we remember.
No, I remember it.
There's just a special circumstance.
Exactly, Nick. Exactly. This is a special circumstance.
Big Al, thank you.
By the way,
Big Al, let me just say to Big Al, I get both sides of the argument, but there's something in me that wants him to break the record.
I don't understand why anybody. You guys are nuts.
So close, but yet so far.
Do you know that one?
Good.
Do you know that one?
That song?
Yeah,
oh yes.
Who sings that song? My eyes adored you.
Wait, no.
I have no idea.
That's the song.
Okay.
You've surpassed me on that one. That's
Neil Sedaka? I don't know.
No. I thought it was so close, but so far away.
Continue, Dave.
All right. So anyway, this is great. You guys are nuts. That's what I'm
Fine.
saying.
I am so shocked
you
at you,
have
Dave
never
Klemic.
played on a team that had that much at stake. That's all I'm saying. This is where.
Let me ask you a question. Is it a guarantee? Look, let me ask you this question, Dave. In the first round, who do you want to see first, the Commanders or the Green Bay Packers? Because they're the two teams you're going to possibly play.
Commanders.
Why is that? You're more afraid. You're afraid of the Packers more than the Washington Commanders. They just beat us. We beat Green Bay.
Yeah, without Jalen Hurts. So we'll have him back. It's a playoff game, and everybody's going to hang it all.
Our defense gave up 44 points, 22 points in the fourth quarter.
I do want to bring this up regarding Jalen Hurts. You bring up a good point. He's still in the concussion protocol. We're not talking about this enough.
Hold on. Tom Jackson just texted me. Frankie Valli said that. My eyes adored you. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Nick.
I don't even know where I was at. Because that just went right over my head.
Concussion protocol.
Concussion protocol. I feel like
we haven't even talked about that.
We're under-discussing Jalen Hurts' injury. He has not been on the practice field in weeks now.
I did see that, yeah.
He's still not on the practice field. He's still in the protocol. I think there should be a little bit of a concern regarding Jalen Hurts being still hurt and then him coming off cold after 3 weeks of not playing in the first game of the playoffs. That's something to monitor.
So normally, just so this is normal. A concussion will take a week, maybe 2. It doesn't take more than that. So if he's still in protocol,
must be pretty.
Well, that also goes into the decision too to sit Barkley, because now you're really going to need Saquon if Jalen Hurts is going to come off the bench cold, essentially coming off injury.
You know what I'm laughing at?
I see both sides. I do, but I want to see him break it.
Tanner McKee comes out tomorrow.
Oh my God!
And plays really. I'm just saying.
Stop you right
I know
now.
you're going to stop me there, but you're going to hear what I have to say.
I don't. I really
You
don't.
know this city loves backup quarterbacks. You know that, right?
I'm going to dump you.
This city loves backup quarterbacks, right?
They do.
I thought that's where you're going.
They do.
And
I'm just saying. I'm not advocating to play the second or third string quarterback. I'm just saying, what if
he steps
when
in
he gets
and
out,
he wins the Super Bowl with a backup quarterback?
This guy wants Nick Foles' number retired.
That's a totally different.
Well, what happens
scenario.
if Tanner McKee gets behind the
against
line
the
of scrimmage?
Giants in a meaningless game?
No, but
you want to start him?
What if Jalen Hurts doesn't come out of protocol next week either?
Who you mean, Kenny Pickett?
Well,
Kenny Pickett's hurt too.
He's hurt too.
Yeah,
he's been practicing though, right?
Yeah, but it's going to be Tanner McKee. He took all the first snaps.
Yeah, Tanner McKee's starting this week. They're not playing anybody.
I actually like Tanner McKee better than Pickett, but that's another discussion
Well,
for another day.
the Negadelphian will be very happy about this.
Who do you like better, McKee or Pickett?
Pickett.
Really?
Yes.
Not me.
Still taking Pickett.
Tanner
Pickett's
McKee's
won games in this league.
6'6". He's got a great arm. He's smart. He went to Stanford.
Well,
Nick, you want
was
Nick,
good. Pickett was fine.
Here's a guy who wants Nick Foles' number retired.
They're not Nick Foles. They had a shrine of Nick Foles in the locker room.
The other day I watched the Philly. It came up on Instagram and they showed the whole background of it where they had the microphone on them. I got choked up. I was in Japan. I was in Japan when I watched the Super Bowl.
Oh, is that right?
Because I was doing a military morale tour.
I remember you telling me.
And I was on the SS Green Bay. When this happened, and we watched the Super Bowl at 6:00 in the morning in Japan. I'm with a couple of my teammates from the Chiefs,
right.
And so they sent us out to Japan. We're at 6:00 in the morning is a weird thing to watch a football game.
The Super Bowl.
So
right?
we're getting up. You're eating eggs in the breakfast.
Watching
you're
the
eating
Super
Bowl. So you're not eating chili. So anyway, that play happens, and it's gotten so much bigger even over the years, and there's so many things that have spawned from that T-shirts and all kind of gear and everything. I own some of it, but I got choked up.
We've been seeing that a lot on social media too. It's that clip has been playing a lot.
Yeah,
and you see Nick Foles walk over to
Dougie P
and said, "Hey, you want to do Philly?" He looks up, he goes, "Yeah, let's do it."
Yeah, sure.
Like nonchalant.
Yeah. The greatest trick play of all time. That's what people are calling it now.
Any type of misdirection is a good play because a lot of teams over pursue. A lot of defenses over pursue, especially guys that get their ears pinned back. They'll take the fake.
Well, one thing I think that was really significant about that play was that they let the backup quarterback run that play. It's one thing of like Carson Wentz, who's been doing it for years. They're not going to run any trick plays with the backup quarterback.
Right,
and they did.
Right.
So I thought it was.
Well, remember that whole locker room got behind Nick Foles. They weren't. Remember the whole story that came out with Carson Wentz the year later? I mean, they love Nick Foles. They got behind him, and he almost did it again the next year.
Did you see?
They were now Sean Jeffrey drop away from.
Did you see when Tanner McKee came off after he threw his second touchdown pass? They were going nuts. The whole team.
He broke an NFL record for that, right? It was like the first.
Third string quarterback.
First third string quarterback to ever throw
I'll
a
double
touchdown.
check that.
Listen, the guy's 6'6". He's got a great arm. He's
what
smart.
What do you do? We're going to the third string quarterback
I'm just
now?
saying. You know what, Dave? It's funny. You know what I always hated about sports in general is like if especially if you're not recruited highly, but yet you show you do really well in practice. They don't even look at you because you're not the guy.
Well,
if you're not the number one draft choice and you're not picked, you're not the guy.
Well, in professional sports, they got a lot of money invested in you.
Exactly,
If you got
I get
an early draft pick, and I was in that situation too. I was out playing our third-round draft pick. I won't say who it is.
You came from a smaller school. You're not drafted.
Yep, and they gave him every opportunity.
And you're better than that guy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I'm like, I outgraded him the entire training camp. But then they played him because they took me in the office and said, "Look, we got millions of dollars invest in this guy. We have to."
And they can't look wrong, Nick.
That's exactly what they said to me.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Nick, I'm just saying.
Not now. Not now. Not in the last week of the season.
What's McKee's number? 11? What number is he?
16.
16.
I think.
Joe Montana's number.
Can we bring this up to the Negadelphian too?
Go to break. Go to break. Just go to break.
All right, go to break.
All right, for the
Gotta
first
stop while he's ahead.
The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give Chris Mooney a call in the Ocean City office, 609-399-1227. Now, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of the private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give him a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap up hour number one. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Dave Klemic, and Nick Earnshaw right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Brian Radke here from Westwood One. The final regular season game of the year has Jared Goff and the Lions hosting their NFC North rival Vikings. Sam Darnold and Minnesota have won 9 straight, but Detroit won the first meeting back in Week 7. Now the division title and the top seed in the NFC are on the line. Join Mike Golick and me for all the action. It's the Vikings at the Lions on Sunday Night Football.
Listen to Sunday Night Football. Coverage begins at 8 p.m. on 97.3 ESPN.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Servicing Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical, they're number one.
How would you like to win 2 tickets to the big game in the Big Easy? Go to ticksforgood.org to learn how you can win 2 tickets to the Super Bowl in New Orleans. Ticksforgood.org. Make a small donation to a great nonprofit, and you could be entered for a chance to win 2 tickets to the big game in the Big Easy.
Cast your line for adventure at the 2025 Wildwood Fishing and Boating Expo at the Wildwoods Convention Center. 3 days of fishing and boating excitement with over 80,000 square feet of exhibits, the latest gear, expert seminars, and win a Yeti 65 at a free raffle drawing. The expo runs January 10th through the 12th, Friday 1 to 7, Saturday 9 to 6, and Sunday 9 to 2. $10 for adults, $3 for kids. Tickets available at the box office. Visit fishingexpowildwood.com for more.
Well, the tree's gone, family and friends are gone, decorations need to go, but not as much as your old car. Get to Matt Blatt Nissan because AJ the Trade Man is giving 120% over KBB fair market value for your old beater.
Oh yeah, it's on at Matt Blatt Nissan.
New Nissan Rogue, 0 down, 0% financing for 60 months. Have a job clearing for $50 per week? You're virtually approved today. New 2025 Matt Blatt Nissan Sentra S, just $159 per month lease with 0 security deposit. Matt Blatt Nissan.com. On approved credit through NEMAC. Negative equity will be refinanced into new vehicle, plus tax tag and $689 doc fee. Offers can't be combined. Call 877-289-6670 or go to mattblattnissan.com for complete details. 39 months, 10,000 miles, 1,500 due through NEMAC. VIN SY231958. MSRP 22,730. Offer ends 1/14/2025. It's on at Matt Blatt Nissan on the Black Horse Pike. Egg Harbor Township.
Jersey Cow, a great place for the family to hang out and eat ice cream. The Brigantine location is open 7 days a week from 2 till 9. Come check out the Christmas lights and decorations. The Northfield store is open from noon till 10, 7 days a week. Remember, they have heated concrete to take the edge off the cold. Enjoy new winter flavors like peppermint, peppermint bark, peppermint Oreo, and non-dairy peppermint. At Jersey Cow, everything is homemade, small batch, right here in South Jersey with only the best ingredients. Ice cream is a year-round thing at Jersey Cow.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Dave Klemic, Nick Earnshaw, 609-403-0973 is the text board. And I know we got some text messages, Nick Earnshaw.
Oh, yeah, the twin texted in. This was prior to us talking about him being the lesser-known brother of Billy Schwein.
You guys are trying to taunt him. Is what you're trying to do.
We're getting in the flames.
We're setting this
I'm
up
not
for
afraid of him.
tomorrow.
I'll drop the gloves with him. I kick his butt anyway all the
Danny
time.
Ryan, good luck tomorrow. Fellas, Barkley should have gotten within 30 yards last week, so it wouldn't have been such a big deal to play all the starters in the first half, and the fact that he has 40 fewer attempts plays into it. Sitting all the starters feels like we're backing into the playoffs. I like momentum. That's from the twin.
Guess what? There's a lot to say about momentum. He's right about that.
Yeah, momentum is
a big thing, man.
Why we went like 10 wins in a row. I remember, if you guys remember, you could follow me back to where I said, listen, it's hard when a team starts to get swagger and momentum. It's hard to stop it.
Right.
It's hard. And if they have even a loss doesn't stop momentum sometimes. If you have momentum, a loss won't stop it. So that's okay. So we're good.
Local artist in the South Jersey area, Real Flexid texts in. He says, I'm not risking injury for any starting lineman for Saquon Barkley. We got bigger fish to fry, Super Bowl.
Who is that? I like him already.
Yeah. So
we better get there then. We better get. Listen, could you imagine? No, I don't. I think the Eagles have about as good a chance as anybody out of the NFC. Although Minnesota, what are they? 14-2. Detroit 14-2. They play each other tomorrow.
That's a huge game.
That's a huge game.
Massive.
But guess what? Green Bay has lost. They got 5 losses, and all 5 of them are two to Detroit, 2 to Minnesota, and 1 to us. So that's where their 5 losses are.
Whoever gets that 5 seed's in trouble from that game.
Yeah.
They're in trouble. Whoever loses that game is in trouble.
They're going to have to play each other, right?
They're going to have to go on the road.
Right.
Remember, Detroit is very beat up, though.
Yeah.
Detroit is very injury-ridden.
609-403-0973 is the text board. Come on in. Get some more opinion. I know there's a lot of more opinions out there.
Keep the text coming.
609-403-0973. On the other side, we're going to talk with Mr. Negadelphia P.J. Corda. Now, you know, Dave, he's going to have a lot to say.
I can't wait to hear him.
You probably even know what he's going to be saying.
Well, just because I know him, I think I know, but I don't know.
Then at the bottom of the hour, we'll have our high school athletes in a spotlight, brought to you by the Philly Pretzel Factory with Fran McLaughlin. So we look forward to that. We got Eagles, Flyers, Sixers talk. I know Nicky's want to get a little Sixers talk in with the Mr. Negadelphia P.J. Corda on the other side. You're listening to The Locker Room. Billy Schwein, former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver and mainland product, Dave Klemic, and our producer / co-host, Nick Earnshaw, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Wake up weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. with Unsportsmanlike on 97.3 ESPN with Evan Cohen, Super Bowl champion Chris Canty, and Michelle Small.
Can't wake up without it.
Brought to you by the Gallery Bar Book and Games at Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City.
May old car problems be forgot in a brand new SUV.
Matt Blatt Kia with over 1,100 new Kias, like the all-wheel drive Kia Sportage or Sorento SUV. 0 down, 0 payments until March, or 0% for 48 months. So bring any trade, because if you have a job clearing $450 per week, you're practically approved during the Season of New Traditions sales event. Buried in a loan or lease? Matt Blatt Kia wants to get you released. New Kia K4, just $159 per month lease with 0 security deposits and only $36.95 due. Matt Blatt Kia, your PA and New Jersey Kia go-to, with over 1,100 new Kias to choose from. Matt Blatt Kia, Abington, Egg Harbor Township, Toms River, or right to your front door.
It's gotta be a Matt Blatt Kia.
With approved credit, $13.89 per thousand finance. Not all will qualify. Offers can't be combined. Go to mattblattkianj.com for complete details or 888-505-6670. Price includes all costs to be paid by consumer, except for licensing, registration, and taxes. Through KMF, rebates and incentives to dealer. Expires 1/14/25. Matt Blatt Kia, 6211 Black Horse Pike, Egg Harbor Township, and on Route 37 in Toms River.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Where can you kick off the new year with big savings on gig speed? Only with Xfinity, now through January 16th. Get gig internet at home for $25 a month for 1 year when you add an unlimited mobile line, which connects you to gig speed Wi-Fi on the road. Act fast today and save more than $650 over AT&T and Verizon in your first year. Plus, hurry and take advantage because right now you can also get a free 5G phone with trade-in. So save big and stay connected to what you love with fast gig speed internet and mobile. From home to hotspots, this new year, it's all about gig speeds and big savings. Don't wait and get gig speed internet. Spend less green and switch to Xfinity. Go to Xfinity.com/gig savings to learn more. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. $40 internet discount applied to mobile bill. After promo, regular rates apply. Actual speeds vary. Savings compared to Verizon Fiber Gig Plus 1 Unlimited Welcome Line and AT&T Fiber Gig Plus 1 Unlimited Starter Line. Xfinity internet required. Reduced speeds after 30 gigabits of usage per line. Data thresholds and actual savings vary.
Hi, Merrill Reese for Mike's Seafood Polar Bear Run Walk for Autism in Sea Isle City. The Mike's Seafood Run Walk for Autism has been promoting awareness and raising funds for special service schools and families of special needs children. Come join over 5,000 participants in the 5K race and the Family Fun Walk, followed by a great after party. Join us in huge heated tents where there will be great food, unbelievable door prizes, and the awards ceremony. The party is not just for the runners and walkers, it's for the entire family. They'll have clowns, superheroes, and face painters for the kids. For more information or to register, go to polarbearrunwalkforautism.com. That's polarbearrunwalkforautism.com.
Mike's Seafood Run Walk for Autism is Saturday, February 15th at JFK and the Boardwalk in Sea Isle City. Registration is from 9:30 to 11:30. Run Walk starts at noon. That's Saturday, February 15th at JFK and the Boardwalk in Sea Isle City. Any day you could do something for children with disabilities, it's a good day.
South Jersey's official play-by-play home of the Eagles, Sixers, and Flyers.
At 0 point would I ever consider not being a fan of the team.
97.3 ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City. A Town Square media station serving all of South Jersey.
To the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Let me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back broadcasting live from the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Dave Klemic, and Nick Earnshaw. Of course, we're broadcasting live on the X platform and our YouTube channel. You can go to my website, thelockerroombillyschwein.com. Scroll down. You see we're all in green. We got our jerseys on that P.J. Corda, Mr. Negadelphia got us. I love them. I wear them every weekend. This is what I wear.
See, I disagree.
Nicky wants to put it encase it in glass?
Yeah.
Well,
Really?
I think you should bring that up with the Negadelphian and say what you want.
All right.
And his new bachelor pad. He's got his new bachelor pad.
That's what I mean. Like, I got a new place. I want to hang it up.
You know what he's doing? He's also painting.
I've been
He's
painting,
painting
yeah.
up.
Been painting yesterday.
Where's the bachelor pad in Barrington?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go over there.
I'll
That's
tell
not
you what,
too far.
he's got to close that Tinder radius down to about
Oh,
2
no.
miles. See what's in the
Close the
area.
Tinder
You know what I mean? See what's in
I don't
the
do the
area.
dating
That's
apps.
a single man.
I do not do the dating apps.
All right, so we have a hot topic. Should Barkley play or should he not play? Everybody's chiming in. Of course, you can chime in at 609-403-0973. What are your thoughts? 609-403-0973. Should Saquon Barkley go for the record or do the right thing with the Eagles are doing the right thing and sitting them and making sure nobody gets hurt, bubble wrapping everybody? 609-403-0973. But now it's time to go to Mr. Negadelphia P.J. Corda, sponsored by the Galloway Pool Service. Not happy with your pool people? Call the Galloway Pool Service, 609-204-6939. They've been in business for over 30 years, covering all of South Jersey. Ask for Dragon. Tell them the boys from the locker room send you. That's the Galloway Pool Service, 609-204-6939. Let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room, Mr. Negadelphia P.J. Corda.
Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning.
I don't know what you're doing, but Dave Klemic is laughing his head off here. What is so funny?
We'll go later.
What happened?
On. Go ahead.
Right.
Something happened.
PJ, they got this picture of you up with your bug glasses on. You look like you're fly fishing somewhere. Are you guys laughing at that?
No, we'll get into it.
PJ, are you in Florida?
I'm not. I'm not in Florida. I'm in New Jersey, just inland a little bit towards Washington Township.
So you're gonna be here for the snowstorm?
Yeah, I'm flying out Monday night, right in the middle.
No, you won't.
Well,
they get 2 inches of snow on the ground. It stops everything.
yeah. Well, I don't know. We'll see.
You're stuck
We'll
with
see,
us.
You know what I mean? As long as the pilot's willing to go, I'm in. You know what I mean?
My brother's a pilot. He'll fly you down there.
I know. I talked to him about it. Actually. Yeah, we've been talking.
PJ, Mr. Negadelphia, I am shocked at you and Dave Klemic for your stance, and I know what it is because you put it in a text. But the big question is, should Saquon Barkley be allowed to break the record? He's got 101 yards to go for the single-season rushing record that's been in place for 40 years, which Eric Dickerson holds. I want to see him break it, but he's not. He's not going to get that opportunity. What say you?
So first off, Eric Dickerson did that in 16 games, and I agree with Lane Johnson. That kind of ended last week, okay? But that being said, he had an incredible season, got to the 2,000 marker, huge accomplishment. I'm really happy. I'm so excited that the Eagles are finally acting like a real organization. They're not going to play all their starters when it's not necessary and risk injury. It's almost as if they care about the players again, like they actually want us to win. So I'm super excited about this new decision-making skill. I'm very happy with Sirianni, and I can tell you this. If he did play him and he got injured, I would be screaming to fire him the day that it happened.
Okay, it happened if the Eagles don't make it to the Super Bowl. Then you're going to say, oh, well, and we lose out on both.
I mean, listen, yeah, you could, but it's worth that risk. That Super Bowl wins means so much more to us. I know that you mentioned, hey, if we were 16-0, we keep going. You know, that's where I differ a little bit because that's a team award. That's not just one individual.
Yeah, but if PJ, Mr. Negadelphia, if Barkley were to shatter Eric Dickerson's record, every video, every highlight, you'd be seeing the Eagles in their green. You'd be seeing it's a team. That's a team thing too.
I get it, but they're risking injury too. Name me one of the O-line members from the Rams in '84.
Hannah.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Slater.
Because, but you're an analyst. You know, I mean, I'm just saying. Most people don't know who those guys are. They know who Dickerson is. They know who OJ is. But they don't know the linemen. They don't know who they were.
I agree.
It's not alignment. It's Saquon Barkley's record, and you can't say that he 16 games because Barkley has 34, 35 less attempts than Dickerson. So
and that's something to be mad at Sirianni about, right?
Guess what? This didn't come from Sirianni. I'm a full believer, right, Nick? This came from up above.
This, in my estimation, came from way up top. Seriously,
Jeffrey Lurie.
Which is fine, but I'm saying you can't be upset with anyone else other than Sirianni that he didn't get more attempts this season. He had 16 games. He could have given them as many as Eric had during his season, but he chose not to.
He's still you're talking a guy that carried the ball average, I think 24 touches a game. I mean, he that's up there. Remember all the?
He had a lot. He had a lot. It's just not as many as Eric did.
Well, back in the day, this
not as many. He didn't have as many opportunities. That's what happened.
Football was a different game back then too. Remember, there was fullbacks and there was double tights for almost. It was a very.
It wasn't a passing league like it is now.
Right. So I think if you just know football, if you know it, you would know that this is a probably more significant time to have rushed for. I mean, Derrick Henry.
That's right.
Because back then everyone was rushing for 1,600 yards every year. Now it's 1,200 yards is going to win your rushing record. You know what I mean? So maybe not 1,200, but maybe 1,300.
But I know what you're saying. It's gone down in rushing. I agree. Yeah,
so
it has.
He brought us back. Derrick Henry brought the running back position back. Christian McCaffrey brought it back. Actually, he's a big pass catcher, too.
Right.
But, PJ, so my opinion, we're on the same side on this. We got 2-on-2, right? So now we're at a tie right now in the locker room. So we now, Bobby chimed in earlier.
Yeah, listen, by the way, can I, Mr. Negadelphia, what was it like sitting next to your father at the game last week? We had both you and Dr. Corda on. That was pretty good radio.
Oh, let me tell you, man, what a great game to watch it with your dad. You know what I mean? It was a great time from start to finish. You know, there wasn't one part of it that I didn't enjoy, honestly. It was very thrilling the whole time. I got to talk to my dad about how his team was playing, and his team played. I think they played pretty good so I think they did pretty good.
What about Micah Parsons?
What was the final score? 41-7. What was the final score, Nick?
I honestly, in our estimates, I think I was the closest last week. I said it was going to be a blowout.
41-7 was the final score last week.
What about when Micah Parsons said, PJ, he says, well, if you don't look at the scoreboard, it was a pretty close game.
No, and I imagine that's how they do it over at Dallas.
Matter of fact, ready for this? P.J. Corda, I got the list right here. Of all the people, P.J. Corda said Eagles 42, Cowboys 12.
Oh,
that was pretty close.
It's the biggest one.
Man.
You were the one.
Wow.
I was close, man. I was close.
That's not negative.
I knew it was going to be a blowout. You know? That's why I bet heavy on that game. I knew it was going to be a blowout. I knew it.
We're talking with Mr. Negadelphia, P.J. Corda, sponsored by the Galloway Pool Service. All right, P.J., Mr. Negadelphia, talk to us about the Sixers because they lost they came off this West Coast trip 2-2. What say you?
Well, so here's the thing. I like the guy Gershon. And listen, I think that there's some talent there. I think they play better without a beat. I know that Nick doesn't agree with me. Okay?
What on earth? What are you watching?
He's showing some value. This is an opportunity for us to build a real team around younger players. The guy can't play 2 games in a row, Nick. I mean, you know, like there's issues here with his health. He's open about it. He's saying, I can't continue to do this. So I think we got to give him away before we hit that 100,000-mile marker and he starts falling apart.
First of all, you can't trade him this year. He contractually he cannot be traded. They're not allowed to trade him at this point. By the way, in the game against the Trailblazers, he had 37 points. Well, I mean, when he touches the floor, he's an MVP.
I know, but it just looks like he's so lazy out there. I mean, he's just really tall. He does it effortless. Like, it's like he had to do it, you know? It's almost like he was playing the game and someone forced him out there to do it.
By the way, the Sixers are in the 7th spot right now. You know that, right?
Yes, they're moving up in the standings.
Moving on up to the east side.
There you go. I got you on that one.
So they're not in the 7th spot.
Oh no, what am I?
I don't know what you're looking at, but they're 1 game out of the 10th spot to get into the play-in. They're right there. They're going to get into the postseason. They're going to be fine. They look when they have all 3 of their guys and they are healthy on the floor. This is a competitive team. And when they get Paul George going, when they get Tyrese Maxey going, they are a competitive team. And when Embiid's out there, they're winning games. When they have all those 3 guys, they're a good team. So you just got to let it marinate and let them play together to build chemistry.
Yeah. I just think maybe we got to find another guy. But, look, we'll go watch it through. Let's see. Let's give them some time. I'm just saying I don't see them going deep into the playoffs with this scheme that we got going on right now.
13-19. They're in the 11th spot. I was looking, by the way, I pulled up the NBA standing. It said 23-24.
Yeah, you went back a couple of years.
I agree with PJ on the body language thing.
But guess what? They lost 2 in a row. I mean, you're not going to be able to get rid of Embiid, but, I mean, I don't think they're ever going to win with him. So,
but he's right about the body language. That's a thing. Everyone's looking at you, and you can see his body language things. I mean, I don't know if you could change that. You go, hey, look, be a happier guy out there. Be more happier or whatever. I don't know how you do that.
Putting some effort into it. Yeah, like he just doesn't. Just watch his face during the game. You can see it's like he's miserable. He would rather.
How can you tell he's wearing a mask?
Yeah. He doesn't have his Batman on.
Maybe he's got the gout.
All right, PJ. As always, we love you, brother, and we look forward to Mr. Negadelphia each and every Saturday throughout the year. Hey, listen, enjoy the rest of the day. Let's go, Birds. I got all these stats in front of me, and we haven't even talked about the game itself because the game's not important.
It's a game.
Oh, there's a game on Sunday.
Yeah, it's because it literally means nothing. That's why.
It means nothing.
It's a meaningless game. Yeah.
Except for if Saquon was playing, everybody would be glued to the set.
Well, yeah. Who's your favorite quarterback, PJ?
I like McKee, man.
Yeah.
I like McKee, too.
Send him on his way. Send him on his way at
Number
this point.
16, he wears Joe Montana's number.
He looks good, guys. Come on, you can't deny it. He
6'6".
looks good. He looks comfortable. Yeah.
Got a great arm. He went to Stanford.
Smart guy. I like him.
All right, PJ. We enjoyed you, as always, and we'll talk to you next Saturday.
Sounds good, boys. Take care. Go Birds.
All right, there's Mr. Negadelphia P.J. Corda, sponsored by the Galloway Pool Service. Not happy with your pool, people? Call the Galloway Pool Service, 609-204-6939. They've been in business for over 30 years, covering all of South Jersey. Ask for Dragon. Tell them the boys from the locker room sent you. That's the Galloway Pool Service, 609-204-6939.
Okay,
his favorite quarterback is.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
From Darren Lord. This is a guy texts me personally right here, right? And he brings up a really good point. Now, the record changes, and there should be an asterisk on Eric Dickerson, because if you go back into 1984, the clock would stop till the ball was snapped. Remember they the pause?
Oh, yeah?
So you get about 12 to 15 more plays per game. So that gives you more, and the game's like more 4 hours long or whatever. You get more time to
more
get your
opportunities.
Interesting. So that now you have less opportunity, and that's why that record also should. It's more of an asterisk on Dickerson than it is on Saquon.
Okay.
Right? How about that's a good point.
I still want him to have more.
Can you imagine how many people would be watching this game if Saquon was in?
Yeah,
it's a shame.
True.
It would be like must-see TV.
It's a shame.
Now it's not. Nobody cares. All right. First.
I'll tell you what, Billy.
All right, here we go, Billy.
Before you go to break, we got a text in from the twin.
Another one?
Hey, Clement M. This is to Clement M's phone. I guess he wanted me to read it. I was a much better athlete than my brother. I was more popular and got better looking girls.
He was not.
The only sport he was a little bit better than me. It was baseball, and that was it. The kid always had to try way harder than me.
First of all, I got better looking girls than he did. I was more popular. Everybody loved me. Nobody likes Bobby. All right? I kicked his butt every time we fought. I always won. What is he talking about?
This is why when we started the Negadelphia segment, it just went off the rails when Clement M got that text.
You know what this guy, he's trying to stir the pot over here.
He is.
I'm going to drop the gloves with him. All right. For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South. Yeah, he says he got the better looking girl.
Yeah, that's what I knew that was gonna get you
So
fired
funny.
up right there.
It's easy for him to say. You know why? Because we don't have any. Could you imagine if we had a cell phone with a camera phone? I'd have proof. For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's the Circle Liquor Store. They deliver. Go down there and say hello to Jason. He's there all the time, and he does a great job. McCann Appraisers. For all your real estate appraisal needs, call John A. McCann & Associates, 609-263-7422. Ask for Norma. She'll steer you in the right direction, whether commercial or residential properties, for estate, tax, financing, financial planning, divorce, financing, and more. The professionals at John A. McCann & Associates are licensed and ready to assist you today. Give them a call right now, 609-263-7422. All right, when we return, we'll continue more here in the locker room with Billy Schweim, Dave Klemic, and Nick Earnshaw right here on 97.3 ESPN.
The Eagles finish the 2024 regular season tomorrow, hosting their NFC East rivals, the New York Giants.
It's intercepted. Running with the football is Gardner Johnson. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Eagles on a pick six.
Pre-game coverage starts at noon with Merrill Reese and Mike Quick calling all the action starting at 1 p.m. This is the play-by-play home of the Philadelphia Eagles, 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's Eagles station.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot, and you need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com. Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Servicing Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Well, the tree's gone, family and friends are gone, decorations need to go, but not as much as your old car. Get to Matt Blatt Nissan because AJ the Trademan is giving 120% over KBB fair market value for your old beater.
Oh yeah, it's on at Matt Blatt Nissan.
New Nissan Rogue, 0 down, 0% financing for 60 months. Have a job clearing $450 per week? You're virtually approved today. New 2025 Matt Blatt Nissan Sentra S, just $159 per month lease with 0 security deposit. Matt Blatt Nissan.com. On approved credit through NEMAC. Negative equity will be refinanced into new vehicle, plus tax tag and $689 doc fee. Offers can't be combined. Call 877-289-6670 or go to mattblattnissan.com for complete details. 39 months, 10,000 miles, 1,500 due through NEMAC. VIN SY231958. MSRP 22,730. Offer ends 1/14/2025. It's on at Matt Blatt Nissan on the Black Horse Pike, Egg Harbor Township.
Go to get your game on at the Gallery Bar Book and Games at Ocean Casino Resort. Cheers your favorite drinks while cheering on your favorite team. Get in on the parlay while in the middle of a party. Go for the sports scene and go for the endless screens. Go to the Gallery. Go to the Fanatic Sportsbook. Go for the win at Ocean Casino Resort. For more information, visit theoceanac.com. Must be 21 or older to wager or consume alcohol. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, Dave Klemic, Nicky Earnshaw. You know, Nick, if you need a new car, get yourself on up to Toms River Volkswagen. Go see Huey or John. They'll take care of you, put you to Teos.
I know you love your Teos.
I love it, man.
Do they sell
Get in there.
minivans up there?
They say what?
Do they sell minivans up there? I got to start looking for a minivan.
Minivan.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
having a third, and it's about that time.
We got some text messages, 609-403-0973 there, Nick.
We do have a few text messages. Dan Spartans texts in, I want the record bad, but can't risk it. I had the best time of my life at the first parade. Time for another one.
I can't argue with that, guys. I can't argue with it, but there's something about me that wants. You're 101 yards away.
I got a text. Bobby said he was the homecoming kid, and also that makes it objective.
He got hurt.
He was more popular.
He got hurt, all right, during his senior year, and he couldn't play because he had a big cast on, and they voted for him. They felt sorry for him. He had sympathy throughout the school. That was all it was.
Well, he said it's objectively.
My man fell out of the ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down.
Mr. Met chimed in as well. Billy was going to get his butt kicked with his brother in the parking lot.
So not true.
Mr. Met came in and took him out.
Oh.
You saw the video. Who was winning that fight, Dave?
I don't know. I saw cell phones being thrown. I saw
That's
buttons
right.
being thrown,
He's
and
a
no
coward.
punches actually being thrown.
And no, we were throwing haymakers, but nobody was landing anything. And what's Jeff talking about?
Danny Ryan has a big job tomorrow.
He has no idea, Mr. Met, what he's
can't
talking
wait.
about. He's so
Tomorrow's
far
gonna be
off.
the show of the year. Hey, look, just don't even need to watch the Eagles game. Listen to the show tomorrow. It's gonna be the greatest thing ever.
609-403-0973 is the text board. Talk to us about what's your opinion on Saquon Barkley? Should he play? Should he not play?
609-403-0973. We're clear. Billy and I are clear.
Yeah.
Clement M's clear. Negadelphia is clear where he stands.
Listen, here's the deal. The Eagles are damned if they do and damned if they don't. Because if he doesn't play and they don't make it to the Super Bowl, they're going to be second-guessed up and down the Broad Street. Same thing if the other goes the other way. If he doesn't play, or if he plays and gets hurt.
I honestly think if he played him in that game, he deserves to be fired. Nick Sirianni would be deserved to get fired.
This decision has come from Howie Roseman and above.
And Howie Roseman is probably, regardless, the best GM in the entire NFL. I mean, he is.
I have a question for you guys. So there was a Jeremy Fowler report that came out within the past couple of days regarding Nick Sirianni.
Yeah.
If the Eagles were to lose, this has nothing to really do with the Saquon stuff, but if the Eagles were to lose in the first round of the postseason, should Nick Sirianni be fired? Jeremy Fowler from ESPN claimed that he could be on the hot seat.
Didn't the writer from the Inquirer, who was it? Marcus Hayes. Remember, Sal Palantonio held it up on one of the shows.
That was a column, though, Billy.
All right, he wrote the column. He said, "Hey, if he loses his last two games or one of the last two games, his job could be on the hot seat."
Yeah, Jeremy Fowler came out with a report 2 days ago regarding this. Do you
I
think he
thought
should be fired if they lose in the first round?
No.
Only thing is he's got the most talented team put together right now in the NFL. That is a fact. It's a fact.
Do you think he should be fired if he loses
If
the
he
first
doesn't
round?
make it through the first round, probably. I don't want to say he should get fired, but they have to change how they make their decisions. You know what I mean? Their decision making has to change a little bit. Maybe take less, off his plate.
But they already did that. They already did that with Kellen Moore and Vic Fangio coming in. He is now the CEO. They're calling the plays. You know what I mean? Like, what else are you going to take off his plate? You're firing him at that point.
Right. So maybe that's what you have to do. But if this team is set up for a Super Bowl win, they're that talented. If you can lose with that much talent, then you don't need him as a coach. You can put anybody in there because that team is so talented. Anybody could coach it.
But are you like the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions? Out of those two teams, who do you want to say? Who would you like? Who would be?
Well, they can't play them unless they get past the first round.
I know, but I'm just saying right now, who would you?
Well, you got to focus on Green Bay and the Commanders here.
Okay.
If they
That's not what I'm asking you, Nick. If you had to choose between playing Minnesota or Detroit right now, who would you rather face?
That's tough.
That's tough.
It's a coin toss.
Are you more worried about Sam Darnold
whoever the 5 seed is?
Jared Goff.
Whichever team the 5 seed is, because you get a game at home.
See, Detroit's all banged up, but I think they are better coached. I don't know. Minnesota's got a great coach too, but
no, Kevin O'Connell's a great coach.
He's a great coach.
He's a great coach.
It's a coin flip. So that's why I'm saying whoever the 5 seed is, they have to come to your building.
Right.
I think everyone's intimidated by the Philadelphia Eagles, by the way. Everybody that looks at this team is going, you got receivers, 2,000-yard receivers again, the 2,000-yard rusher. You got a defense full of, complete very young defense full of very talented defensive linebackers and defensive backs. It's a stacked team. No one wants to play us. I don't care who we're playing.
By the way, Quinyon Mitchell did not make the Pro Bowl.
He is the first alternate.
Right, but
alternate. So he could.
You could technically win Rookie of the Year.
He could
defensive Rookie of the Year.
He still could. I think he's still second in the odds right now.
Okay.
He's had a couple of tough weeks here in the last couple of games, but he still has had a magnificent season. So
right. He gave up a long pass to Terry McLaurin in the Washington game. He gave up a long pass against the Cowboys.
I said
2 of them actually.
Terry McLaurin is my favorite receiver.
You did.
That I've told you he's a dangerous receiver, and everybody kind of sleeps on him because he's not a big name. Wasn't a high round draft pick or anything like that, right? I mean, he was. But.
By the way, I need to gloat for a second because I really haven't done this. I won our fantasy league, by the way.
I know. 97-3.
I beat you. I beat you. I beat Danny Ryan. I beat Josh Henning. I mean,
first of all, he
league. I'm a champion. By the way,
you know what? You were 7-7 in the regular season.
Yeah, just got in. Just get in.
Blind squirrel gets a nut every once.
Get in, baby.
Did I win? Did I get last place again?
I think so.
Set it and forget it, Dave Klemic.
I think McCaffrey was starting the whole year.
I never looked at it again. I don't think I'd.
But I wanted to
better.
take this opportunity to gloat.
Congratulations.
I appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you.
You get all your information from the Guru. That's why.
I know. The Guru's the best, man.
Hey, listen. Do you know the Minnesota Vikings are a 9-game winning streak right now?
Oh.
Yeah, they've been playing good football. I mean, they're a scary team. You
Momentum, Dave Klemic. Momentum.
This is the best. This is the biggest game in the whole year.
I can't wait. That's gonna be a great game.
My neighbor
Locked in.
Sean's a huge Minnesota fan. I actually got him a Minnesota shirt for Christmas.
My dad's a Minnesota
Ready for this?
fan,
I'm
so I
going
gotta deal with that.
So when I say I'm going to say a team, either Detroit or Minnesota, I want you to tell me the first player that comes to your head. All right, ready? Minnesota.
Justin Jefferson.
Oh, all time you're talking about.
Yeah, it could be any. Yeah, I mean, but that's all right. He's tough. Justin
that wasn't
Jefferson.
to me. That wasn't charged.
All right,
that was for Nick.
So let me say you, Detroit Lions.
Barry Sanders.
Yeah, Barry Sanders.
Yeah.
I probably would have said Barry too.
Would you?
I probably would have said Barry too.
I couldn't even tell you. I got to be honest with you. I couldn't even tell you who the receivers are for Detroit right now.
Amon St.
Browns. Adam Jameson Williams. Sam Laporta. Come on, Billy.
Remember the Dolphins, the no-name defense?
What
Remember
year
that?
when they won the Super Bowl?
72, yeah. They were 14-0. That record will never be broken. Would anybody ever be undefeated? I mean, Kansas City's 15-1.
I don't think so. I don't think with how many games that they could add another.
So if
one
the
in
Eagles
next
were
couple years.
16-0 right now, would they sit the starters going into tomorrow's game?
Absolutely, they would. They would.
They probably would.
I'm not saying I would agree with it, but they would. They 100% would. By the way, Jeff texts in. He says, "Don't be a fool. Nobody should play tomorrow."
There you go. See, somebody thinking like a normal person.
We got another text. Russ Hendricks in Ocean City texts in. Statistics are for losers.
Hey,
really?
See, I'm telling you right now. Remember, Colin Kaepernick had like 4,000 yards receiving when he was 1-15.
Right.
You think he was a good quarterback? I think he was.
He had a good year.
He had one good year, but the year they had they were 1-15. He's 4,000 or 5,000 yards passing because all they do is throw bombs nonstop.
For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. They deliver. That's the Circle Liquor Store. Now I want to tell you about La Scala's Beach House in Brigantine. We were there all football season. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian, American, and seafood favorites, just like your grandmom used to make. Plus, you'll love their famous pizza, their daily specials, and their game day menu. Eat in or take out at La Scala's. They're open Thursday through Monday, 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. That's LaScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. When we return, we'll get our athletes in the spotlight. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim and Nick Earnshaw right here, and Dave Klemic on 97.3 ESPN.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Hey, it's Mike Gill. Coming up on Monday's show, we'll take a look back at the Eagles' Week 18 final matchup against the Giants, and the playoffs are set. We'll start to get you ready for the Eagles' Super Wild Card Weekend. Look back at the Sixers and Flyers weekend, and put our eye on what the Phillies might do in 2025.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 p.m. on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
How How would you like to win 2 tickets to the big game in the Big Easy? Go to ticksforgood.org to learn how you can win 2 tickets to the Super Bowl in New Orleans. Ticksforgood.org. Make a small donation to a great nonprofit, and you could be entered for a chance to win 2 tickets to the big game in the Big Easy.
May old car problems be forgot in a brand new SUV.
Matt Blatt Kia with over 1,100 new Kias, like the all-wheel drive Kia Sportage or Sorento SUV. 0 down, 0 payments until March, or 0% for 48 months. So bring any trade, because if you have a job clearing $450 per week, you're practically approved during the Season of New Traditions sales event. Buried in a loan or lease? Matt Blatt Kia wants to get you released. New Kia K4, just $159 per month lease with 0 security deposit and only $36.95 due. Matt Blatt Kia, your PA and New Jersey Kia go-to, with over 1,100 new Kias to choose from. Matt Blatt Kia, Abington, Egg Harbor Township, Toms River, or right to your front door.
It's gotta be a Matt Blatt Kia.
With approved credit, $13.89 per thousand finance. Not all will qualify. Offers can't be combined. Go to mattblattkianj.com for complete details, or 888-505-6670. Price includes all costs to be paid by consumer, except for licensing, registration, and taxes through KMF. Rebates and incentives to dealer expires 1/14/25. Matt Blatt Kia, 6211 Black Horse Pike, Egg Harbor Township, and on Route 37 in Toms River.
The best call to make on game day is ordering catering from the Piccalilli Inn. For parties big or small, the Pick does it all. Your guests will be cheering for the Pick spin on football favorites like pulled pork nachos, cheesesteaks, burgers, and their award-winning buffalo wings, tails, and ears. Get your chicken wing fix on Route 206 at the Piccalilli Inn. Join the flock and follow the Pick on Facebook or at Piccalilli.com for their Pick game specials. And be sure to pre-order to guarantee your spot in Sunday's lineup.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, Dave Klemic, Nick Earnshaw as they suck on Oragel.
Thanks for letting everyone know, Bill.
This is killing me, man. I can't believe I made it through him.
Billy is
the show, man.
the most open person there is. He's
Oh,
an
yeah.
open
Why
book.
lie?
He'll tell you he's an open book.
I get it's my tongue is like swollen because the chip is like hitting the inside of it. It's driving me nuts.
Gotta go back to the dentist.
Yeah, and speaking of open books, he said he got better grades than Bobby, too.
I did. Guy's a dum-dum.
Good luck, Danny.
He's about as sharp as a bowling ball.
He's going to have the whistle. He's going to have the flag tomorrow. My goodness.
Dave loves this. You know what's so funny? We got a bunch of texts just from that alone.
Yeah.
People are funny, man.
We did.
I'll bring him in here. I'll drop the gloves. I'll knock him silly.
Is there going to be a fight tomorrow on the air?
Maybe.
Oh, man. Here we go.
I will not miss this.
Now it's time for our high school athletes in the spotlight, sponsored by Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township. Each week, Fran McLaughlin, the owner of the Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township, will highlight a male and female high school athlete for their outstanding achievement in high school sports. Brought to you by the Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township. Let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room our good friend, Fran McLaughlin. Good morning, Fran.
Good morning, Billy. How you doing, guys? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. Hey, listen, Nick and I stopped in your joint on the way out of town last week, and you weren't there.
I just sneak away, you know. Take it when you can.
That's all right. We got some pretzels for the road that were very good. And, of course, we like that. Remember that you brought that pork roll sandwich for us? That was delicious.
Very much appreciated, Fran.
You're welcome. Can't go wrong with them. I'm telling you, it's an unsung hero.
All right, Fran, the holiday season, you had a lot of Christmas holiday tournaments, but now we're in January, and the seasons actually start in earnest. Like now you get into conference play, and so we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, we are now the Christmas tournaments are done really in the basketball. There was a lot of them. Big one down in Wildwood last week. Went on for 7 or 8 days. A lot of great games. But yeah, the Cape Atlantic League, which most of the teams in our area are part of, are getting going, and it's time to move. Actually, I just have a late scorer coming in this morning. They'll be dealing with one of our athletes of the week this week. But
all right,
so. If you're a wrestling fan, I'll be out there in my truck keeping the Parkway clear. So that's what I'm doing right now. But But if you make your way up the Parkway today, they have the Catholic School Duels. It's a second-year tournament up north a little bit, up in Christian Brothers Academy. A lot of the top-ranked wrestling teams are competing in that. That goes on. I think the last ones go off at 5:30 today, where you can catch that online, the live finals, live online at NJ.com. So, yeah, we're getting going. There's a little break in most of the swimming action in the past week. They're going to start hitting the pools again. So, yeah, we'll now start to see where how the cards land with the conference season getting going.
All right, now it's time for your high school athletes in the spotlight. Go ahead, Fran. Take it away.
All right, well, let's start on the boys' side, and we'll start with a wrestler. For the week ending 12/29, we have Oakcrest senior Ryan Monroe. Oakcrest has a fairly young team, and Ryan's kind of been leading by example. He's got 11 wins on the season, which is tops on the team. 9 of those wins have come by 10, which is currently second best in South Jersey. He finished second at the Charlotte Holiday Tournament. He was 6th at the Rumble in the Pines, but he did amass a 5-1 record and finishing 6th. So, and he has just like you, he has a twin brother who also wrestles for the squad. So Ryan is our boys athlete in the spotlight this week. And we move to the girls' side. We have Reese Downey, a senior guard from Absegami. Now, Reese has been on the scene for a while here. She led all returning Cape Atlantic League players in points, assists, steals, and three-pointers coming into this season. She averaged almost 20 points a game as a junior, and she is off to a monster start. They actually just finished up against Vineland this morning, a 40-point win. She dropped another 26, 6 more three-pointers. But she is going over 20 points in 7 of 8 games this year. She has 2 games of 30 or more, including a season-high 32 against Atlantic Christian. She's averaging 26.6 a game, which is 3rd in the state of New Jersey right now.
Wow.
And her 32 triples before this morning also lead the state of New Jersey. So the Braves have now won 7 straight, largely in part to the play of Reese Downey since their season opening loss to Wildwood Catholic. So Reese Downey and Ryan Monroe are our athletes in the spotlight this week. And as always, they'll get a gift card to Philly Pretzel Factory and a free pretzel coupon for themselves, their teammates, and their coaches.
Outstanding, Fred. We really appreciate you. I know you're on the roads today, and you're going to be helping with that big snowstorm. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you again next Saturday.
It sounds good. Take care, guys. Stay safe in the upcoming snowstorm.
All right, there he is, Fran McLaughlin. Every Saturday we get the high school players in the spotlight, sponsored by the Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township. Each week, Fran McLaughlin, owner of the Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township, will highlight a male and female high school athlete for their outstanding achievement in high school sports. Brought to you by the Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township. That was awesome.
I love that segment.
Yeah, that's a good segment.
I'm going to put a couple more athletes in the spotlight
Okay.
right now, only because, and every week so far, I've coached one of the athletes.
Oh, is that right?
How about that?
See that? Klemic Performance Method.
KPM.
But listen to this crazy story. My high school team in track and field, we won the 4x200 meters at the state championship and broke our school record and South Jersey record.
Really?
Just got beat by my high school. 3 kids that I coach. So
at Mainland.
Colton Donahue, yep. Christopher Kina, Jonathan Perez. I don't coach Josiah Williams, but that team just beat my school record with me, John Stone, Andrew Duran, and Aaron Finnerty.
Records are made
2
to be
NFL
broken.
guys that were college super, and all 4.
Just
of us
think
were
if those
track
guys weren't able to do it because they didn't.
Yeah, imagine being held back.
Being held back and not be able to break that record.
So they
broke the record, but
so,
Saquon's not even getting the opportunity.
I know, but it's not.
There's nothing to say. Nothing to say.
See that?
It's like not apples to apples. What are you talking about? It's like this is
We're
like
messing
apples
with you.
to
We're messing with you.
mountains.
That's really cool that they did that.
Yeah, I just saw that on.
Congrats.
Online.
But you see that you just broke a record. It's a big achievement, and then we're not going to get that opportunity.
2024. That was back in 1996. So how
See,
long
Nick,
is that?
put all that
years?
emphasis in Aaron. We're not going to be able to.
28 years.
28 years.
Right?
28-year
Can I do
record.
math?
Yeah.
They had the opportunity
like
to break it, and it was great. I'm glad they did it. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Unfortunately, Saquon Barkley is not going to be able to get it.
You know we're gonna mess with you.
Meow.
Oh, God.
Kinder, gentler. Come on, man.
You know,
I'm with Seth Joyner. I don't care.
Seth Joyner, I'm surprised at because he's a defensive guy.
Yeah, you can't go into games and think you're going to get hurt.
What if it was the other side of the ball? What if Quinyon Mitchell was out there trying to get an interception record?
That's not the same.
And
It's
you're
a
like,
rushing record. He's getting the ball. He can get the ball more. Oh, the offensive side.
Any record's important.
Yeah.
So Saquon, or if
I would want Quinyon to play.
If Quinyon Mitchell had 8 interceptions and was going for his 9th, and it was the all-time record, I'd want him to play.
I'd want him to play, at least be out there for like a half.
What the heck, guys?
Speaking of most,
it's this. We want to win a Super Bowl, right?
Yes.
These are loser decisions.
See, they should have let him play last week. They should have let him cut it down so we only had to play like a couple of snaps, get the record, beat the Giants. I would have watched that documentary over and over.
Amen, Nick. Amen, Nick.
Over and over.
I'm calling him. I'll call Chuck Smith right now.
All right, listen. You know who leads the? C.J. Gardner-Johnson. He's got 6 interceptions this year.
He does. He's a ball hawk.
He's one behind. There's one guy, Kirby Joseph. He has 9. Xavier McKinley. He has 7, and then
we're talking about a record
DJ.
that has been stood for 40 years.
40 years.
It's still talked about.
And it was funny because Dave just brought up the fact that his high school track record was broken. You're talking about it, Dave. That's why you're not going to give Saquon's not going to have that ability to talk about that anymore.
Yeah, well, they weren't. They had to run that in order to get to the next meet. It mattered. The thing was important. They need to win in order to get to the next meet.
So Barkley's one of 8 now that broke 2,000? One of 9? He could be one of 1.
Can I ask Dave a question? If he had like 47 yards to go, does he play this week?
No.
Are you kidding me?
You don't play a single snap.
Dave.
40 yards? 30 yards.
No, it tells me that you're a loser and
But
what
it's
you
not.
care about.
It's
you care
about going
a
for a
record
Dave,
and you don't care about the Super Bowl.
I am shocked at you. I
No,
thought
man.
for
It's
sure
picking
you
up
would-
your teammate, giving your teammate an opportunity to have a chance
This
to do
makes
something
me-
extremely
this
special
makes me know.
against his former team who
Beyond
held him back for
shadow of
years.
By the way, Nick, you and Mike Gill went at it the other day.
We did.
You guys
I
are,
get the other side, but
you guys are polished media people. And that's where it stops. You're a media people.
I'm not a media.
I'm an
I'm a
athlete
fan.
over here. You guys
I'm
are
a
media
fan.
people.
I'm not media. I'm a
All right?
fan.
You have me on here as a consultant from this side. I win this one. You guys lose. Bobby, I'm almost going to side with Bobby.
I'm going to knock him out when he gets in here tomorrow.
Guys, I love you
and
so
by the
much.
way, Mr. Met, what is he smoking? I was no way Bobby was beating me up, and he just came after me because I was winning.
Oh,
I think Bobby's got a little bit longer hair. You could grab his hair and beat him up. Do you guys always have the same haircut growing up?
No.
No.
I'm better looking than him.
They're identical
They're
twins.
identical
by the way,
twins. Yeah, they're identical. You look the same.
You look in the mirror and go, I'm better
Identical.
looking than that guy. I'm better looking than that guy. No, you're the same.
Listen, I always used to be 10 pounds lighter than him, but I've been eating a lot lately.
Bobby gets
So
better
he's
grades. No.
he's a little thinner than me, but that won't last for long. I'll turn that.
This
around.
is going to be what happens tomorrow.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on.
Let's get nuts. Batman.
Yes, Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton Batman. Yeah, who's the best?
Hey, by the way, I'm coaching my daughter today for our first game, Christ the King against Our Lady of
What are
Hope.
you wearing on the sideline?
I'll wear my jeans and I'll wear the colors. I don't have my coach's shirt yet.
You
They
got to
give me-
go sweater vest.
I'm going
That's
to go.
the
No,
look.
I'm going to go sweater.
Yes.
It's maroon.
Good.
Oh,
That'll look
iconic
good.
sweater vest. I like
Yeah.
that. With a little collar popping out. Top,
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That is
Yeah.
a Schweim look.
Schweim.
Listen,
He nails it.
We're playing
Penny
Our
loafers.
Lady of Hope.
Lady of Hope.
Oh, I thought you were going to add something after
Okay,
that.
no.
That's who we're playing.
Good luck.
All
Hey,
right.
man. AG got number 23. You know what she said to me? I got Michael Jordan's number. I
Nice.
said, how did you know that? She goes,
See?
I heard it from you.
There gives me hope.
At least she was paying attention.
Gives me hope that there are still Jordan fans that realize he is the GOAT out there. I'm just saying. He is the GOAT.
All right, real quick. We didn't talk about the Sixers with you because Nikki thinks this is going to be the next team to still win the.
Well, they've lost 2 in a row.
Now,
It's
is it the
fine.
next Philadelphia sports team to win the championship? Sixers?
I said what they can't be if the Eagles are before them. So they better win now because they're not playing Saquon.
Dave,
I have to change it to the
What's your
Eagles.
gut opinion on the Eagles? Will they get to the Super Bowl?
I do. I actually think.
Do you really believe this team will get to the
I
Super Bowl?
believe they really are set up for it because they're healthy, right? Their defense is playing out of their mind.
With the exception of Jalen Hurts. They're healthy.
Their momentum. They have momentum, right? So, I'm going to say, like, Jalen Hurts has showed that he is a game manager and they need him to play. If he's not healthy, then it is a big question mark. But if he's healthy, this is a Super Bowl.
I think that's being under-discussed, his injury. I think it's because the whole Saquon thing, it's being under-discussed.
Play this week is 3 weeks, and he's missed.
He's not even on the practice field.
It's 13 days since he's been.
Something to monitor. That's for sure. He's out.
That is true. I'll give you that. That's a good point.
It's being under-discussed.
All right. Hey, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. With a friendly staff, it's no wonder why Circle Liquors was the best of Philly, best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, prepare for the big game. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. They deliver. That's the Circle Liquor Store. Now, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month they'll have private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Dave Klemic, Nick Earnshaw right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Scott Graham here from Westwood One, inviting you to join us for a special NFL Week 18 Saturday doubleheader. It's 2 games that'll decide the AFC North title, beginning with the Browns at the 11-5 Ravens, followed by the Bengals at the 10-6 Steelers. Can Lamar Jackson in Baltimore win their 4th straight game to claim their 2nd straight division title? Join us to find out.
It's NFL Saturday on 97.3 ESPN. Coverage begins at 4 p.m.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number 1.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Hey, it's Mike Gill. The Nizam's Indian Restaurant on Route 40 in Egg Harbor Township is ready to serve you delicious Indian dishes. NJ.com ranked them as the #2 best restaurant in all of New Jersey. And this just in. It's their Eagles football special. Your table receives free tandoori, spicy chicken wings if the Eagles win for dine-in customers only. Join them for a special lunch buffet, Fridays through Sundays from 11:30 to 3 p.m. Visit thenizams.com for more information.
Where can you kick off the new year with big savings on gig speed? Only with Xfinity, now through January 16th. Get gig internet at home for $25 a month for 1 year when you add an unlimited mobile line, which connects you to gig speed Wi-Fi on the road. Act fast today and save more than $650 over AT&T and Verizon in your first year. Plus, hurry and take advantage because right now you can also get a free 5G phone with trade-in. So save big and stay connected to what you love with fast gig speed internet and mobile. From home to hotspots, this new year, it's all about gig speeds and big savings. Don't wait and get gig speed internet. Spend less green and switch to Xfinity. Go to Xfinity.com/gig savings to learn more. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. $40 internet discount applied to mobile bill. After promo, regular rates apply. Actual speeds vary. Savings compared to Verizon Fiber Gig Plus 1 Unlimited Welcome Line and AT&T Fiber Gig Plus 1 Unlimited Starter Line. Xfinity internet required. Reduced speeds after 30 gigabits of usage per line. Data thresholds and actual savings vary.
Jersey Cow, a great place for the family to hang out and eat ice cream. The Brigantine location is open 7 days a week from 2 till 9. Come check out the Christmas lights and decorations. The Northfield store is open from noon till 10, 7 days a week. Remember, they have heated concrete to take the edge off the cold. Enjoy new winter flavors like peppermint, peppermint bark, peppermint Oreo, and non-dairy peppermint. At Jersey Cow, everything is homemade, small batch, right here in South Jersey with only the best ingredients. Ice cream is a year-round thing at Jersey Cow.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, Dave Klemic, Nick Earnshaw. Guys, give me your prediction for tomorrow's game, Nick. Go ahead.
I will say 27-13.
Eagles. Dave.
0-0. Now, there's a reason why. I was just saying that because we don't want the Giants to have the worst record in the league, right, and get the second pick
But you don't
overall.
really think 0-0. What do you think?
I actually think they're not going to score.
3-0. Say 3-0 then.
3-0 Eagles.
Eagles win 3-0. Okay.
It's going to be the lowest score you've ever seen.
By the way, guys, I'm going to make an announcement right here. We're going to be broadcasting live next week at the Chicken or the Egg in Marlton.
Oh.
It's going to be a blast up there, man.
It's
It's
gonna be
packed. It's open in the morning. It opens at like 7 o'clock in the morning. They serve breakfast.
Oh, I
They
can't
got
wait.
a bar in the middle. They got a million screens. It's owned and operated by the Scalas, so it's the Scalas property, and we're going to be there.
How about that? The
It's gonna
locker
be
room
great.
at the
locker
Chicken or
room.
the Egg.
Yeah, Chicken or the Egg.
Wow. And you know what? There'll probably be
We'll
a
get
lot-
breakfast.
You'll get more breakfast there. 'cause
Yeah.
Normally
Plus,
we're
there's a bar there too. People are drinking mimosas.
Oh,
Or
that
how about
sounds
Bloody
good.
Marys?
Yeah, in the morning.
Are you allowed to drink on the job here?
No,
Probably not.
I mean, you can have. I've had an adult beverage while I've done a broadcast.
That's what I'm asking. You guys
Yeah, but
know
I
me. I've never had one.
We know.
during the lifeguard broadcast, when we do the lifeguard championships.
What about on
Margate Memorials?
What about on the locker room uncensored? Are you allowed to have
Yeah, but you don't
adult
drink
beverages?
anyway.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm saying it might.
By
be
the way,
kinda
I'm
fun
going.
if you
Guess
do.
what? I'm dry January.
Oh, good for you,
Not having a
Billy.
drink at all.
Good for you, Schwein.
Yeah.
Hmm,
Good
yeah.
for
That's it.
you.
I'm going to try to drop about 15 pounds.
Nice. You working out?
will
You're
that
pumping the
be
iron?
Because I
Bobby?
can't chew on anything. I won't be able to eat now for the next couple of weeks.
Will that beat Bobby? Will you be under Bobby?
Bobby, look, I'm going to give it to him. You know, I've let myself I've been eating a lot because of my daughter. I'm going to make excuses. But, you know, he's been watching because my brother's wife, you know, she's works out all the time. So it's rubbing off on him.
Yeah, there you go. Listen, in the holiday season, that's usually when, everyone's having a big meal.
Yeah.
He's always riding his bike and throwing your cell phone, so he's
He
in
is.
good shape. Like he's pretty.
Mr. Matt breaking up fights.
Mr. Met taking Bobby's side, knocking me down.
Yeah, how about that?
Dave, you
Well,
know-
that's typical Mets fan
So
behavior.
Scott Simpson at Playland and Brian Hartley, the fantasy football
the
guru.
guru. Thanks for
They're
the
there.
championship, guru.
They have the security cameras on, and that video they caught the fight on camera. I showed it to you. Did you see it?
I saw it.
It's the funniest thing I've ever
It's
seen.
the greatest thing of all
No,
time.
I'll
A little
tell you,
grainy, but you can see it was definitely a
Our
fight.
fantasy football guru, he is phenomenal.
He's good.
He is so good.
Led me to a
this-
championship.
He is very good at. I mean, I've heard some other guys do it, and he is really, really, really good.
Do you know how it came about, Nick? He and Dave. He won. He was just in conversation. We're talking.
Yeah.
He was telling me how much money he won. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like he's won so many leagues.
He's that good at fantasy.
I'm like,
He's
then
really
then
good.
you got to
Dave,
come on. You got to be doing.
You got to
something.
listen next year, man.
I know. I don't listen to him, but because I'm too lazy to get on there. And I'm not lazy, but you know,
Yeah, you are.
he's very good. At his
You're lazy
job.
in that
Set it,
sense.
forget it.
Of all of our people, of all of the other guests that come on, I'm most impressed with him. Yeah.
All right.
Fastest 2 hours of radio.
Fastest 2 hours of radio. Unbelievable how fast that went. Thanks, Nicky Earnshaw, as always. Do a great job.
Of course.
Dave Klemic, we couldn't do it without you.
Thank you.
I want to thank Tim Chu from ticksforgood.org, Mr. Negadelphia P.J. Corda, and, of course, Fran McLaughlin from the Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township. Tomorrow on the program, Bobby Schwein will be in here. Danny Ryan will be the referee. You want to look Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News, and, of course, the fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley. Thanks for making the locker room part of your Saturday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with a Schweiner. Let's enjoy the rest of your day. Couple games on, and we'll see you tomorrow.